Now, despite the constant risk of death and deportation, migrants continue to stream into Europe, risking their lives to escape poverty, repression and conflict. However, for those who make it to France, the journey is far from over. Those seeking asylum here can expect a 2-year wait for their applications to be processed. So where does the fault lie? Is it in the surge of new applications? Or is France's creaking bureaucracy behind the massive delays? Our team find out.
Sleeping rough. These 100 or so migrants are waiting to seek asylum in Nanterre, a suburb of Paris. Ullah Rahim is Bangladeshi. This will be his 4th attempt to apply for asylum.
I'm very stressed, I'm scared, because I've been here a long time, and I can't get an appointment to make my asylum application.
The first in the queue arrived at 2 p.m. the day before. No tents or mattresses to be seen. All these people have against the sub-zero temperatures are sleeping bags or blankets. By 9 a.m., opening time, frayed nerves and exhaustion ripple along the line.
It's difficult, it's very cold. We've slept here all night and we're freezing.
This is the 3rd time I've come here. The last times I wasn't even able to make it inside. The line is so long.
Around 140 people seek the golden ticket that will allow them to enter the building today. Only 75 of them will get one. The other half leave empty-handed.
Donc, s'il vous plaît, revenez lundi prochain.
Priority goes to families and children. Then come solo applicants. The first step is registration.
So what I'm going to do is register your mother. Then I'm going to take some photos and give you an address here.
The staff here are in charge of identifying the asylum seekers and giving them a follow-up appointment within 3 days. But places are tightly controlled, and government orders mean they can only give out 75 appointments per week.
Technically speaking, we can say that we manage because we have 2 guards who control who comes in. But humanely speaking, we aren't managing. People are sleeping on the street, it's getting colder and colder, and we don't have any solutions for that.
It's a seemingly insurmountable problem. The prefecture of the Hauts-de-Seine department imposes a quota on how many asylum seekers are seen, but it's vastly insufficient for the number of arrivals. Asked about this, the administration points to the year-on-year increase in the number of asylum requests.
We're expecting to register 3,800 asylum requests this year. Consider that last year we registered 2,600 requests and 1,400 the year before.
A 170% rise over 2 years. The prefecture is in charge of checking fingerprints against the European database. This Tibetan man doesn't come up in the system, which means he hasn't been registered in any other European Union country. His asylum application therefore falls to France. Next up, an interview. Over the next 10 minutes, he's given information about his rights and the steps he has to take.
To get the social security. Social security is if you have any medical problem, after you need a vital car.
To his right, a fellow Tibetan does his best to help translate. The interview ends, and this man is now officially an asylum seeker. Applicants for refugee status receive little help from the state, often turning instead to charitable associations like Secours Catholique.
Secours Catholique, Cèdre branch. I'm calling on behalf of a person whose case we're following.
Housed in a former high school, this centre is the biggest in the region. Since reforms came into effect 3 months ago, The association has seen a growing number of people struggling to apply for refugee status in France.
Nowadays, 3.5 months can go by before applicants are recognised as asylum seekers. Despite what these reforms were supposed to do, we seem to have gone backwards.
As tough as it is to become an official asylum seeker, it's only the beginning of a long road to refugee status. This government-funded centre accommodates people on that application path, but less than a third of claimants get a room. Some residents here started the application process more than 2 years ago. That's the case for this woman, who we will call Maimouna to protect her identity. Before getting a place at this centre, Maimouna and her daughters were shunted from hostel to hostel by a homeless charity.
When they told me I'd got a place here, I was so happy. I was very moved to begin with. But gradually, the wait for the application process becomes stressful.
Maimouna fled Burkina Faso when she was 28 years old, leaving her family and loved ones behind, so that her daughters wouldn't have to go through female genital mutilation like she did. Her wish is to have her children grow up in France.
It makes me happy seeing her go to school like other children. It really moves me.
Maimouna dreams of working with elderly people, but for this, she needs refugee status. In 2015, 31% of asylum applications were accepted.